Okay, look, you work with people, you do a lot of talking all day, and other than the customer versus employee compilation stuff we do, there's the other side, and that's just when your brain stops working. I actually called LVAC today, which is the Las Vegas, athletic club. That's what LVAC stands for. But me and the lady on the phone had a great moment together where nobody could get a sentence out correctly. It was the end of her day. It was the start of mine. And those things just did not match up correctly. I said my name incorrectly. She repeated it wronger than the way that I said it to her. I gave her my number. She read the wrong numbers, but had the right numbers down, and that was the entire interaction. And of course, you gotta be there moment, right? If you're not on the phone to hear us giggle and laugh and try to console each other as we struggle through this process, But it's relatable, because sometimes your brain is just mush, and you don't have an explanation for it.
I meant to ask a table of customers, you guys need anything? But instead, I stood there and went, you geese. These sorts of stories have become known as customer service brain rot, and as someone who spent a summer selling hot dogs, I can confirm that condition's all too real. At Strawberry on TikTok's currently doing a great job of collating these. Do follow them if you like, but with all things in life, they are drastically improved by being read out by a middle-aged British man. I work at Taco Bell, and instead of calling out a name once, I just yelled, "Beefy!" I once tried to say, "I'll have those boneless wings shortly for you," and confidently looked him in the eye and said, "I'll be right back with your bones." A customer asked if we had shrimp cocktails, and I said, "No, we only have wine and beer." This guy asked what type of fish we have, but I heard dish as in the plate, so I said, "A rectangle?" Smiling face with smiling eyes emoji. Once asked for someone's umbilical cord instead of their unlimited card. Analog skeptical face emoji. I once answered the phone with, "How can I speak?" rather than "How can I help you?" And the man said, "With your mouth?"
How can I speak? How can I speak, bro? That's good.
I accidentally laughed at a lady over the phone because she told me she was allergic to Swiss cheese. I work at a place with Douglas in the name. Once Fergalicious was playing and I picked up the phone, said, "Dougalicious," and just hung up. I asked a customer if he was done and if he had any plates he wanted me to take. He said no, and I took them anyway. I took the fork out of his hand! One time, a guy ordered a plain biscuit and I couldn't find the button for it, so I panicked and asked, "Are you sure?" Last week, I was trying to manually enter in an item on till, and instead of writing pies with a bunch of S's, I just wrote piss. And you can see what I'm typing on the customer's side, so the whole time when I was fixing it, everyone could see.
You just see just coming up on the thing you're trying to paint piss.
Loudly crying face emoji. Last night I greeted a table and then proceeded to say, "Did you want... Can I get start drinks?" Tried to tell two guests enjoy and you guys have a good one at the same time, and ended up saying, "You guys good job." I'm a cashier and I tried to scan a mop and accidentally hit my pregnant customer in the head with it. She looked at me like, A customer asked me, "Do you have any pets?" But I thought she said, "Do you have a pad?" And I responded, "Any pets? No. But I have a tampon." I worked at Dairy Queen, and one time answered the phone saying, "Thank you for calling help. How can I dairy you?" The lady on the other side said, "Never mind." Guy at my table once said, "Well, that'll be all," but I heard, "You're tall," so I laughed. Said, "Yeah, I get that a lot." Once I got out
Wait, that's accurate. No matter how you slice it, that's accurate.
Cake for a customer and tried to tell her to freeze it until she needed it, but accidentally said, "Let's keep you in the freezer, eh?" I fist bumped a guy once because I thought he wanted one, but he was just putting change in the tip cup. Once I put a customer's card in their mouth.
Dude, this is accurate. Actually, regardless. That's accurate regardless. Give me a tip, take a fist bump. Want a fist bump? Take a fist bump. This is just a chill dude.
Wanted one, but he was just putting change in the tip cup. Once I put a customer's card in their mouth. They'd been sorting things with their hands, yet put their card in the mouth and gestured for me to take it, tap it and pay for them. So I did all that and his hands were now free, but buck I got it from his mouth, I on instinct put it back in. Mortifying.
His hands are full, he's like, "Take the card." She takes the card and puts it back. Bro, that's nuts.
One time I was telling a customer where the bathroom was. Instead of saying, "I was past the fish tank to the left," I stared at him and I said, "The fish." A customer asked me,
"The fish?" I like these stories because, like, when you work online, so many stories are embellished a little to make them make internet sense. And like, obviously, it's just a good thing to do because it makes things flow, right? But like, it's annoying sometimes because you're like, but what really happened, you know? What really did you really do? And that's why a lot of times I will tell stories that just end with no punchline. They just are like, that's just the end of the interaction, you know? And that's what I really like about these is like, all these seem like mortifying because I can put myself in that situation. But also, like, I believe it. Like, yeah, this is exactly what you did in this situation. The mouth one, I was first like, oh, how did you get it done? Then I read it and I was like, oh, yeah, you absolutely did that. You were at work they took you out your script. You didn't know what to do. You didn't train for this. Card goes back in the mouth. We're done.
Where the bathroom was, and I tried to say, well, in the back corner, and you'll find it. But I just said, I'll find you in the corner. One time I offered customers a buggy, I blanked and just said, do you need and for hen just mimed pushing a buggy. Oh, sorry, do you need the old, Instead of saying Edward will be your server, I said Edward will be your Sedward. I was trying to remember that I need to grab cucumber, and a customer was in my way. I said, cucumber. Went to the customer.
Cucumber. I needed to grab a cucumber, and the customer was in the way, and I said, cucumber. You, sir, are actually a genius. Cucumber is fire.
Customer was in my way. I said,
cucumber is fire, dog.
Went to tell a customer we're fundraising for breast cancer. Looked him straight in the eye and said, we're breast raising. Neutral face emoji.
We are breast raising. And then he gave you copious amounts of money.
So I stumbled over my own words and combined ketchup and mustard into one word to make cum turd.
And that is right. Yeah, I mean, you could go tard, maybe. That's probably not any better.
The guy looked horrified. I was handing a customer her change, which included a quarter with a bird on it. Very confidently went, it's a grouse. Nerd face, smiling face. She just went... I repeated it and she wasn't interested. Skull emoji. And then later I realised it was a turkey, so it was a double whammy. Once I was putting fries on a table and one of the customers reached for one and brushed my arm and I thought it was a bug, so I slapped his hand. Skull emoji, skull emoji.
Yeah.
Yesterday I asked a customer for his last name and he spelled Steeg. And I just looked at him and went, Steve. I was working drive-through and we had dog treats and I saw movement in the back, so I asked the person, oh, would your puppy like a treat? It was their kid. I work at a cafe and there's a sandwich called meatball melt. Co-worker instead said to a customer, here is your meat belt. One time over the drive-through mic, my co-worker loudly screamed, I'm gonna shit my pants! Not knowing her mic was on, and the customer drove away. One time someone ordered a sandwich and I asked them what they wanted to name it instead of what their name was for the order, and I started crying. Once at work I answered the phone with have a good one and immediately hung up. I got a call for a job interview and the boss asked me what I was doing right now, for work, and I said, now, nothing, just hanging out at home. I used to sell lottery tickets next to where the cigarettes are sold, and multiple times I said, best of luck, after selling 20 Marlboro Reds. I gave a customer a sample once and meant to say, do you want that one, or did you like it? And I said, yeah, you like that.
Taking out, giving out samples. Yeah, you like that. Just like slightly creepy. Maybe still has a smile on her face. Oh, that's good, dude.
The door-to-door want that one, or did you like it? And I said, yeah, you like that. As a door-to-door solar salesman, I lead a convo at an open door with, your son gets a lot of roof, and he said, nice try, buddy, close the door. One time as a server, I was bringing out a pizza. As it started to slide off the tray, I tried catching it with my foot instead of tilting the tray. When I was a waitress, someone asked me what the dessert options were, and I meant to say chocolate fudge cake, but instead said fucklet chodge cake.
Fucklet chodge cake.
Wanted to die. A customer said, I need a few minutes to look at the menu. I tried to say, oh, it's okay, take your time, and it came out as, it's time. When I was a server, I had a lady with a baby she was calling Ellie, and I said, oh, hey, that's my sister's dog's name, and she reported me to MGMT.
Yeah, I could see that. You was wildin' with that one.
It took me way too long to realise that's supposed to be management. I forgot the name of cocktail sauce, so I just stared at my table while doing the Italian hand thing, a pinched fingers emoji, and asked if anybody wanted the sauce.
Anybody want the sauce? Anybody want the sauce?
So I was wearing loose pants and I accidentally dropped a customer's card and tried to press it against my body to catch it, but it slipped into my pants. One time I tried asking a customer, do you want your bath bomb in a bag? But it came out, do you want a bath? And he very politely said, no. One time, when I was on register, I asked an older lady how she was paying. She said, cash. And I said, baller.
Baller.
And she just sort of stared at me. I once did the closing announcement at Asda. Your Asda store is closing in... now. One time I went to use the intercom to make an announcement and said, welcome to... wait, no, never mind. Tried to make a quick announcement while mid-conversation and accidentally just said, oh no! Over the PA to all 4 concourses. Nice. Oh God, well at least it's only a shop, so customers thinking what's the worst that could have possibly happened? Of the airport. I was doing the closing announcement and accidentally knocked the mic over. All you could hear was shush and me repeatedly cursing. One night I was making the closing announcement at work and I said, attention customers, we will shit, and just hung up. One time I turned my headset on and instead of greeting the customer I said, nut tap. I don't know how I got there. One time a customer was yelling at me over the phone and he said, shove a pizza up your ass, and I accidentally said, oh, okay. I was trying to tell the customer that the register was somewhere.
Okay, I'm defeated, bro.
Or else, but I kind of just, was pointing my co-worker serving pipe. Mate, are you okay? Let's not forget though, the customers don't help. One time when I worked at Taco Bell, I asked the customer if they wanted a hard or soft taco, and they replied with, what's the difference? When I worked in Mackey's, an old lady came in and asked for a fillet of shit, followed by, I don't know why I said that. One time I was seating a table when a little girl came up to me and said she had a present for me, then spit her chewed gum in my hand.
I am so upset. I am so upset. Oh my God.
Work at a zoo gift shop. I was alone in a pop-up shop, just reading my Kindle, and a grandma popped her head in and went, woof, and walked out. When I was on cashier, I asked anything else, and one dude did the 2 fingers touching emoji pose, and went, can I? Oh, this is a job for a character we haven't seen in a while, who handles all the ooh-woo I have to read out. It's ooh-woo Jason Statham. Can I please get a root beer?
What the fuck just happened, bro? Are you good? Stop that.
I work at an Asian restaurant and I got a DoorDash order and they said, no veggies, please. I will die. Only to order steamed veggies. I asked this lady what drink she wanted and she said, I don't know, purple, and sat there silently. I used to work at Jamba Juice and I needed this lady's ID for a membership. She pulled out a pocket-sized picture of Jesus. I was cashing the lady out and she dug through her purse looking for a wallet, then pulled out a chicken leg in a Ziploc bag for me to throw away for her. Wow. I once went up to McDonald's early in the morning and asked, can I have a please burger, cheese? One time at a Subway, I kept asking for a 6-inch footlong, and I kept repeating it until I figured out what I was saying. Once I ordered a lemonade at a Rest Your Aunt, and when the waiter asked, well, strawberry or regular, I confidently responded, lemonade! I walked into a store while taking a sip of my drink, and when the lady said hello, I just, a friend.
Yeah, hello, choking noises.
Who is from Florida said that when he worked at Taco Bell, someone threw a baby alligator through the drive-thru window, then came in asking for it back.
Hey, again, that's one of those situations that I wouldn't believe until he said, I want it back. Give it back to me. You already know I am dying. Period. I am dying to hear your guys' your freaking comments on this dude. I know some of you guys have some crazy work stories. This is why I always tell Skitten to try to leave in some of the times we have bloopers and mess ups in the vids, because it's legitimately so funny what flub just comes out of your mouth while you're shooting vids or talking to people for long periods of time. Well, that's my time. It's actually 3 a.m. where I'm at right now. So I have to go do something else, all right?